Gratitude is the gentle architect of the mind, quietly building bridges between what is and what could be, transforming the landscape of consciousness, one appreciative thought at a time. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about transforming your mindset, how daily gratitude rewires your brain. Enjoy. There's something remarkable that happens when you begin to notice the good in your life with intention. It starts small. Maybe you pause to appreciate your morning coffee, or you take a moment to acknowledge a friend's kindness. But over time, something profound shifts. Your brain begins to change, literally rewiring itself to notice more beauty, more connection, more reasons for hope. This isn't just feel-good philosophy. It's neuroscience. Daily gratitude practice doesn't just make you feel better in the moment. It fundamentally transforms how your mind works. By the end of this episode, you'll understand the science behind how gratitude changes your brain, why this practice is so powerful for your mental and emotional well-being, and how to build a sustainable daily gratitude practice that creates lasting transformation in your mindset. Let's start with what's happening in your brain when you practice gratitude. Neuroscientists have discovered that gratitude activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals associated with happiness and well-being. But here's what's even more fascinating. Regular gratitude practice actually strengthens the neural pathways associated with positive thinking, while weakening the pathways linked to negative thought patterns. Think of your brain like a garden. The thoughts you think most often are like well-worn paths through that garden. If you frequently walk the path of worry, criticism, or focusing on what's wrong, that path becomes wider and easier to travel. But when you begin practicing gratitude, you're creating new pathways that lead to appreciation, contentment, and positive perspective. The more you walk these new paths, the stronger they become. This process is called neuroplasticity, and it means your brain is constantly changing based on your experiences and habits. Every time you consciously focus on something you're grateful for, you're literally reshaping your brain to be more inclined toward positivity and resilience. But gratitude does more than just make you feel good. Research shows that people who practice daily gratitude experience better sleep, stronger immune systems, improved relationships, and greater life satisfaction. They're more resilient in the face of challenges and more likely to help others. Gratitude doesn't just change how you think, it changes how you live. So how do you build a sustainable gratitude practice? The key is to start small and be consistent, rather than trying to do too much at once. Here are some practical approaches that can fit into any lifestyle. The simplest method is the 3 good things practice. Each evening, write down 3 things that went well during your day and why you think they happened. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you enjoyed a conversation with a coworker, noticed beautiful clouds, or felt grateful for a comfortable bed. The act of writing engages different parts of your brain than just thinking, making the practice more powerful. Another effective approach is the gratitude pause. Throughout your day, when you notice something good, however small, take a moment to really acknowledge it. Feel the appreciation in your body, not just your mind. This might be the warmth of sunlight on your face, the taste of fresh water, or the sound of laughter from another room. These micro moments of gratitude add up to create significant shifts in your overall mindset. You can also practice gratitude for challenges and difficulties, though this requires a more nuanced approach. This doesn't mean being grateful for suffering itself, but rather appreciating the strength you've developed, the lessons you've learned, or the support you've received during tough times. This type of gratitude builds extraordinary resilience and helps you find meaning, even in difficult experiences. Consider keeping a gratitude journal, but make it specific and personal. Instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my family," try, "I'm grateful for the way my daughter laughed at my silly joke this morning," or "I'm grateful for my partner's patience when I was stressed about work." Specific gratitude feels more real and creates stronger neural connections. Try the gratitude letter practice. Once a week, write a letter to someone who has positively impacted your life, expressing specific appreciation for what they've done or who they are. You don't have to send it, though doing so can strengthen your relationships. The act of writing detailed appreciation creates powerful positive emotions and reinforces your gratitude pathways. Practice gratitude for ordinary things that you might normally take for granted. Running water, electricity, the ability to read, having food available. These everyday miracles become sources of genuine appreciation when you pause to notice them. This practice helps you realize how much abundance already exists in your life. It's important to understand that gratitude isn't about denying problems or pretending everything is perfect. Authentic gratitude can coexist with challenges, disappointments, and legitimate concerns. In fact, the ability to find things to appreciate even during difficult times is one of gratitude's greatest gifts. Some people worry that focusing on gratitude will make them complacent or less motivated to improve their circumstances. Research shows the opposite is true. Grateful people are actually more likely to pursue goals, help others, and work toward positive change. Gratitude provides a stable foundation of appreciation from which you can build and grow. If you're new to gratitude practice, you might find it challenging at first, especially if you're used to focusing on problems or what's missing in your life. This is normal. Like any new habit, gratitude takes time to develop. Be patient with yourself and start where you are. Even if you can only find one small thing to appreciate each day, that's enough to begin the transformation process. Pay attention to how your gratitude practice affects other areas of your life. You might notice that you're more patient with others, more resilient when facing setbacks, or more aware of beauty in your environment. These changes happen gradually, but they compound over time to create significant shifts in your overall experience of life. Remember that gratitude is both a practice and a perspective. The daily practice of noticing and appreciating good things gradually develops into a more grateful way of seeing the world. You begin to naturally notice beauty, kindness, and positive possibilities that you might have overlooked before. Your mindset is not fixed. The way you think, the patterns your mind follows, the lens through which you see the world, all of this can be changed through conscious practice. Daily gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for creating this transformation because it works with your brain's natural ability to adapt and change. The gratitude you practice today is literally shaping the brain you'll have tomorrow. Each moment of appreciation is an investment in a more positive, resilient, and joyful way of experiencing life. You have the power to transform your mindset, and it starts with the simple act of noticing what's already good in your world. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.